Hey guys, Coach Katie here with our Summer Shred Cycle B program overview. I am so in love with this cycle. I tested it all myself. These are workouts that I did in the past also 7 years ago when I was on my weight loss journey. And I cannot say enough good things about this cycle. We're going higher rep this cycle. If your goal is to lean out and tone for summer, look good in short sleeves, maybe you plan on wearing a swimsuit because you are a mom and you have kids who expect you to play with them, wear the swimsuit. You deserve it and you look amazing, I promise you. If your goal is to feel more comfortable in your clothes, this cycle is for you. We are going high rep, lower weight this cycle so that we can burn through some calories faster, burn fat faster. So I'm going to go over just a little bit. If you've never done a workout cycle with Fit Forever before, so I'm going to explain the overall picture. I put 4 days of workouts in here. I personally only strength train 3 times per week and do 2 cardio days. I put 4 in there so that you can look at it and say, can I do 4? Do I need 4? And maybe you like one of the days better because you just have an injury with shoulder or knees or something, and you need to pick one of the days over the other. I suggest if you've never worked out before, you start with 2 days. If you've been working out for 5 days a week, that you pull it back to 3 days. And I bet you anything, you're going to see a change in belly fat. It's going to go down. Your cortisol is not going to be through the roof because you aren't overstimulating your body in the gym. And you're finally taking a little bit of a break that your body needs so that it can recover. That inflammation goes down. Now you're finally actually burning fat, especially because these workouts are meant to do exactly that. They're high intensity fat burn workouts with higher reps for the strength training. Now, if we're ever in a lower rep, higher weight strength training block in the future, that will do the exact same thing. We still pair it with cardio so that we can offset that so that you can keep burning fat. I'll just tell you, for this specific cycle, if you've been lifting really heavy for a while, or maybe not even really heavy, but at least you've been working out 6 days every single week, I bet you anything, if you just brought it back to 3, you would see insane change in your body. And I'm going to speak from perspective as well. Over the winter, there was nothing else really to do. So I was just in the gym lifting maybe like 45 minutes of strength training 5 days a week. Nothing else really to do. So that's what I did. And I feel that my body just was carrying some extra inflammation and I couldn't burn fat. I just recently, in the last 2 months, dropped it down to 3 days only of 30 minutes max of strength training and 2 of those cardio days. And all of a sudden I will be honest, I was up 10 pounds over the winter. I think I was overtraining. So I'm now down those 10 pounds and feel like my schedule is much more manageable. And I think I need a better plan going into next winter. That's for a different day. If you've never done a workout program with Fit Forever before, when I demo the movements, if I use the dumbbells with the black on the ends of them, that means go heavier for that exercise. If I use the pink dumbbells, that means go lighter for those exercises. There's something called compound lifts and isolated movements. The compound lifts work full body central nervous system like a deadlift or a squat. Those exercises you would want to go heavier for. If that meant nothing to you because you're like, I don't know how to choose, which thank goodness that you don't need to know that, because in every video I demo with either the black dumbbell means go heavier, the pink dumbbell means you can go lighter. That's an isolated movement. Maybe it's bicep curls. We're isolating this muscle. We don't use our full body for it. Brace your core all the time. Keep a strong core. You are technically using your whole body, but for that exact movement, we are just doing bicep curls and it's just targeting this. So you lighter dumbbells. And if you're ever confused, you just look at which ones I'm using for the demo and you use heavier or lighter. Progressive overload. If you don't know what progressive overload is, every week that you do this cycle, you need to go heavier than you did the last week on the exercises that are compound movements, meaning the black dumbbell movements. If I have a black dumbbell in the video, and it's got the black ends on it, that means next week go heavier. So if you only right now have 10s or 5s and you've never worked out before, that's fine. Don't need to go heavier necessarily next week or the week after. If this is brand new for you, maybe you're even doing body weight in the beginning, and that's totally fine too. Either way, just know that progressive overload is what puts good stress on our body to build muscle, to boost metabolism, to burn fat faster. And your goal is to burn fat faster so that you can lose weight or lose body fat and build that lean and toned body that you're looking for. So every week, if you can, and you're not new to this, you want to increase the weight on the black dumbbell video movements. The ones with the pink, you're going to cap out at some point. There's only so much weight that you can bicep curl. So if it feels like it's too light, if you're not out of breath, if you don't feel fatigued at the end of your lifts, do go heavier on those the next week. The way this cycle works is week 1, week 3, and week 6 match each other. Week 2, week 4, that is 1, 3, and 5 match each other. 2, 4, and 6 match each other, odds and the evens. And they're the same workouts for 1, 3, and 5 because you need to do progressive overload. If you're just switching up your workouts randomly all over the place, and one week you're doing squats on Mondays, and the next week you're doing, press on Mondays, and then you never go back to squats until like 3 weeks from now on a totally different day, your body's like, whoa, wait a second, we did squats this day. We want to build that muscle, but now you put me on squats on a different day, and your body never has a chance to build that muscle and boost metabolism. So say, for instance, and this isn't exactly how it is, but if every Monday is squats, weeks 1, 3, and 5 might have the same exact exercise. The even weeks 2, 4, and 6 are still your lower body focused with squats, but maybe a different movement to offset that so that it just looks different and it keeps you interested in the workouts. Again, another piece, if you've never done Fit Forever programming before, I know we're not all starting from point C where we've been doing this forever. We may be starting from the very beginning like I was when I was 180 pounds and I was just walking in the beginning. And then I thought, okay, let's get in some workouts. And so I started with 20-minute strength training workouts, and a lot of them were body weight. I'm carrying a 70 extra pounds on my body. Me doing a squat, I'm already squatting 70 pounds. Believe it or not, isn't that crazy? So you doing body weight stuff is amazing. Do that. Don't feel pressured to add dumbbells quite yet. You're still doing strength training. As long as you have 20 pounds or more to lose, you are doing strength training, even walking up your stairs every single day. If you watch a video and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot at all do what you just demonstrated, like a lunge, maybe you can't do lunges and the balance doesn't feel well, you can put your hand on the wall, by the way, to do a lunge, and that's totally fine. But if there's an asterisk, it's like the star next to the workout movement, and you're thinking, I can't do it all what you just demonstrated, watch the video after the first 6 to 8 reps that I demonstrate with the regular movement. I demonstrate the scaled back movement for anything that I think someone might need to scale for. So if it's a jumping exercise, a lunge exercise, a push-up exercise, many of those things have that asterisk. And so if you watch past the first 6 to 8 reps in the video in the workout builder, you'll be able to find the scale after that. Let's see, a few other things. You're going to ask me, should I do every single workout every day? There's a lot on here. There is a strength training workout 4 days a week. It's going to say like day A1 or day 1A, day 2A, yes, 3A and 4A. And then it's going to go next week, day 1B, day 2B, and it's going to go on like that throughout the cycle. Those are your strength training workouts. Again, if you're working out 6 days a week right now with strength training, I encourage you to pull it back to 3 and see what happens. Pick your 3 days that you want to do. Do those workouts consistently every week. Don't then do workout 4 next week if you did 1, 2, and 3 this week. You can also do all 4, and if your time allows, you can. I will tell you, I only do 3 personally, so it's up to you. You can also on your schedule, if say you best work out Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and that's not at all how it looks on the schedule, you can move the workouts. There's little dots where you can just click to move the workout to a different day, and you can reset them to the schedule that works for you. Now, that brings me to my last piece. I'm going to wrap up here. Cardio. I truly think that we shouldn't just be burning our candle at both ends doing cardio all the time, because that's a weight loss goal, but not a fat loss goal. You're going to lose muscle when you do cardio. So if you only have time to do one of the workouts, it's either the strength or then it says cardio. If you only have time to do one, prioritize strength 3 times per week. Then if you have time, add in 2 to 3 cardio days as well. And they can I prefer to follow strength with cardio. So do the strength first, then the cardio, Or you can take the cardio and move it to a different day. And then in a sense, you would be maybe working out 4 or 5 days, but your cardio day isn't necessarily that like really heavy. Like we get that central nervous system inflammation. When I said if you work out 6 days a week and pull it back, you can pull it back to the 3 days per week of strength training. And if those cardio days have to offset those on other days, that's fine. You're just moving on those days. You are getting your heart rate up. This is a super fun fact I don't think everybody knows. If your stomach is cold when you're working out, that means that you're burning fat. If your stomach is not cold, that must mean in that moment that you're probably more so building muscle. This cycle is meant to have a cold stomach the entire time. Your heart rate is going to be high because it's 20 reps a lot of the times for a lot of your movements. And then your heart rate is going to be high during the cardio blocks as well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the fitness group in the app, and please don't message me personally on questions. Most of the time I miss that, and I would hate for that to happen. Ask it in the fitness group. It's the one with the arm in the app. You'll see that group. And let me pause, make sure I didn't think of, there's nothing else that I forgot. Last thing I want to say, if you are trying out the app for a week and you just wanted to see what this is all about, this is our favorite workout program, the favorite one that I ever did when I was losing weight. It is the one that I think sees a lot of results. They all see awesome results, but this one really going into summer sees a lot of that fat loss shred results. So if you're just trying out the app and you're like, I want more of this, and then I want to know what the next cycle is because I want to do whatever that thing is, or I want somewhere to track my workouts because I just told you what week 1, 3, and 5 look like, and you could just do that this week, 2 weeks from now, another week. But if you don't have a place to track and you never know how to do progressive overload and you don't actually add that weight on to your strength training lifts, you're not going to have a chance to boost your metabolism, which you need to do that if you want to burn fat, which I believe that we all, no matter what our goal is, probably want to burn fat and look better in our clothes and feel comfortable. So if you do this week and you're like, I loved this, I need more, just go ahead and message me, or you probably already got a message from me about the options about how to stay. And I would just hate for you to not know how to stay. So just go ahead and message me. You can personally message me if you have any questions about that. And I can't wait to see all of your results from this program. I'm doing it with you, so it's so exciting.